Today, I am going to narrate a very beautiful story of a man who inspired millions with his living experience. So, you might have heard this word sacrifice. What does it mean to sacrifice everything? So, donating a small portion of amount from the wealth we have, or not pledging a percentage. But this person is just walked away from wealth, comfort, business, status, and everything. The man's name is Bhavesh Bhandari. So in 2022, a wealthy diamond businessman from Gujarat did exactly that. Not because he had a sad story in life, nor he lost his money or lost his interest in life, because he found something very deeper than money. So this is the story of Bhavesh Bhandari. He was a prosperous diamond merchant from Gujarat. So reportedly owned assets worth around 200 crores of rupees, approximately 25 million US dollars. So he lived very successful life, and many people dream of living that life. He had thriving diamond business. He had tremendous financial security and family comfort, and obviously social respect as well. But these things are material, that's what he realized. So one fine day, something within him began to shift, and he and his wife started reflecting deeply on life. What is the purpose of wealth? Okay, we have gathered 200 crores of rupees, but what is the purpose of it? Is it really giving peace to us? Of course, we are giving employment to thousands of people. That's there anyway, but are we really happy with this? And how much successful we have to become? And slowly, his business meetings were replaced by spiritual discourses. Profit charts were replaced by introspection. And slowly he attracted towards Jainism. In Jain philosophy, renunciation is considered one of the highest spiritual paths. Total detachment from the possessions, ego, and worldly identity. And Bhavesh and his wife decided not to balance wealth and spirituality, because many people do that. And there is nothing wrong also. But these people have taken a quantum leap, and they chose to renounce everything. So they donated their entire wealth, 200 crores of rupees, 25 million US dollars, and distributed assets for charitable and religious causes, closed business operations, and they took formal initiation and became monk. So at the time of their renunciation, let us look into their family life. Their children were still young. Their business was profitable, successful. Externally, they were living a luxurious and life, but inside they were facing a lot of pressure. And no one inspired them to do that. They themselves came to conclusion to do that. This was a voluntary, conscious, spiritual decision. Lot of courage required to do something like this, like to abandon air conditioned rooms and to walk barefoot, and crores of rupees being managed by them. Now they own nothing. So they sacrificed what? Entire business holdings, personal assets, savings, comfortable lifestyle, this and that. So once they take the initiation, their life will be very strict. It is a kind of ascetic life. They don't have to own any property, will not handle money, they don't use vehicles, they live on alms, they walk barefoot, and they practice strict non-violence and simplicity. So it is a life from 2,200 crores to zero possessions. And it is not charity. In charity, what happens? Still, you as a person does exist. You say that I have done this charity, but in renunciation, you cannot have any ego, neither you will discuss about it. He reportedly have said that once the understanding dawns that nothing truly belongs to us, holding on to it becomes meaningless. This reflects a powerful spiritual principle, that is, ownership is an illusion. Stewardship is temporary. Detachment is freedom. So they have entered into a life, a realm of detachment. So Bhavesh Bhandari's story challenges modern assumptions. In the world, life simply means success. Success is measured by net worth, brand value, visibility, lifestyle, luxury. But his life asks that what is the highest success is freedom, and freedom from possession, freedom from ego, freedom from unnecessary worldly things. There were few ancient spiritual ideals to understand this phenomena. It's called aparigraha, it's non-possessiveness. It's called tyaga, the sacrifice, the vairagya, detachment. And the most important thing we have to understand, he did not sacrifice his entire wealth because he hated it. No. He sacrificed because he no longer needed it for happiness. He chose happiness than the money. So there are many people, they do charity like Bill Gates. So they keep lot of wealth, but they offer something to the society. That is also good. But this man gave the wealth in its entirety. He gathered courage with great clarity, and he chose inner wealth over outer wealth. So this is the story of Bhavesh. Not many people do this kind of act in this world. That's why we are talking about it. So I say that we don't have to do sacrifice our entire wealth, but at least 1% of wealth, give it to cows, feed stray dogs, pour waters to some trees, and offer bread to the hungry person. That is enough. We don't have to follow somebody's footsteps in order to prove any point. It is their realization, it is their life. They can do that. They have certain clarity and they chose to do that. Not everyone having that much of wealth. Hence, because of wealth, they might have experienced something very deeper. They might have lived a stressful life and they just wanted to get rid of all that. But not everyone may be having a lot of wealth. So this short story may not be suitable for us, but still I say that happiness we can find in small things. So I'm so happy to share this beautiful story of Bhavesh Bhandari, and some other day we'll talk about few more people. They have done remarkable service to this nation, to the world, to humanity, to the poor, to the needy. Thank you so much, Risa.